Hi, my name is Erica, and today I'm going to share with you my TBR for the Rama read-a-thon that goes from March 9th until March 14th. It has a bunch of challenges, so I'm trying to, in my TBR, meet the challenges. So the first challenge is to read something from your TBR jar or something that somebody else picked. And it just so happens that last month I went to my friend's house and she handed me an entire bag full of books to read because we got talking about books and just we both love to read, and it happens. So the first book on my TBR for this readathon that I think meets that challenge would be this right here. This is Breakfast at Tiffany's by Truman Capote. And this is a bunch of different short stories that he wrote. My friend, one of her favorite stories ever is Breakfast at Tiffany's. I've never read it. I actually had no idea that Truman Capote wrote it. Go figure. So that's the first one. Meet the challenge. Yay. The second one on my list is Green on the Cover was the challenge. If you look at this, see here, can you see the title right there? My Life in France. It's by Julia Child. And the title itself is In Green. It also has some little green things in it, like, the food she's carrying, and there's some herbs in there and stuff. So yes. It's actually by Julia Child with Alex Prudhomme. That's how you say it? This book is actually, if you've ever seen the movie Julie and Julia, or you've read the book Julie and Julia, well, more so if you've seen the movie, I'm not sure. I haven't actually read the book. I own the book, but I haven't read it yet. I am not entirely sure if the book follows the same thing. And in the movie, all the scenes you see with Julia Child where she's in France are based on this book. This is a book she wrote while she was there, about being there. So that one, green on cover. That's the second one. So the third challenge is Rama on the cover or in the author's name, the R-A-M-A, and I'm trying, I'm not really sure what would really fall into that. I'm still kind of looking at my shelves and stuff. Should I find something? I'll get that, so we're skipping that challenge. The fourth one is a diverse book, and I believe this one will qualify for a diverse book. This is an awesome series. This is the third book in the Land of Story series. It's called A Grim Warning. It's by Chris Cofer. Chris Cofer is from Glee. He plays Kurt Home Glee. And he's an amazing writer. If you've never read anything by him, it's so good. Personally, this is, if you can't tell, Land of Stories, and it has an awesome cover, by the way. All of the covers of these are beautiful. I don't know. I should really look at it. I don't know who the artist is, but they're amazing. If you don't know about this series, it's retellings of fairy tales, and it's retellings in like a really smart and interesting way, and they're really, really funny. They're funny. They tug at your heartstrings a little bit. They're just really awesome reads. They're great books. I read the first two and loved them, and I was like dying for this book to come out. So when it came out, I bought it, and it's one of those things that's just been on my shelf for a while. I'm really excited to read it. Diverse wise, it's a retelling of fairy tales. It's got some really interesting characters. I don't think it's considered a spoiler, but Mother Goose is actually drunk, and she's a total drunk of these. That's pretty awesome for modern retelling. So the next challenge was Flowers on the cover, and this is another one from the pile my friend gave me. This is her favorite book she said since she was a kid. It's called Briar Rose, and it's by, can you see the rose? There we go. Big old rose on the cover. It's by Jane Yolen, and this is like, again, a fairy tale retelling. I am addicted to fairy tale retellings. I absolutely love them. I've always loved fairy tales. I read the Grimm's fairy tales when I was really young and loved them. I had one of those what do you call them, anthologies that were of whole different fairy tales when I was a kid, that I read a lot. And I've always been fascinated by them. I really like reading different versions of the same story to see what people do with them. There's a lot of favorites I have too, and that's a whole different thing. But so this one is a fairy tale retelling. Briar Rose, if you remember, is the name of, that's what they call Aurora in Sleeping Beauty. That's her name, and or what they call her. I think that's what they end up calling her. Anyway, but that's Aurora in Sleeping Beauty, Princess and that. So it's a retelling of that, but it's set in World War II during the Holocaust, and it's the whole Jewish Nazi Holocausty craziness of World War II, and that's literally what they set the same type of story in. So I'm really interested in reading it, and My friend said this was an excellent read, and it's a really loved copy. You can tell she's had it for years. So I'm excited to read this one, and that is for that challenge. The 6th challenge was contemporary. So Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I haven't read this yet. Seen the movie, and I loved it. I'm really excited to read it. I'm not even going to go into it because I know you know what it is. And then the 7th challenge. Forgot how to talk. You know, no big deal. 7th challenge is to finish a series. And this series is, seriously. Okay. I love me some middle age read, and young adult series and stuff. Anyway, I picked up The Black Hope Enigma. Is the first book in this series. It's by Teresa Flavin, and I can't pick both of these up. It's just not happening. So I was gonna pick them both up at once, but it's not happening. So the second one is The Crimson Shard, and the third one, which as far as I know, is the final one in the series of The Shadow Lantern. These books are they're so cool. They're so unique. They are based in these kids that get stuck, no joke, in a painting, and they have to figure out a way to get out. And again, it's called The Black Hope Enigma, which is it's based on an artist's famous painting in a tower that's in where they are and all that. It's a really cool story. When I finished Black Hope Enigma, I instantly was like, oh, I wish there was another book. And then lo and behold, there was another book. So I got the second one, and then I found the third one too. And these, again, with the covers, these are so pretty. These are ones that once I have read them, they're going to get passed on to my niece. I passed on the first one to her until she had to read it because it was awesome. Additionally, for the Black Hope Enigma stuff, it's one of those things for me. I actually have, we'll just throw this in there, I have a raven tattoo on my arm, which you'll see at times when I raise my hands and stuff. I have always really liked Edgar Allan Poe, and just literary-wise, and loving birds and stuff. That's why I have a raven on my arm. And ravens, anytime I see them and stuff, it's always some kind of, it always feels like a little good luck's coming my way, I guess. So, and I don't know if you can see it, I don't know if it's on the third cover, actually looking at it, yes it is, okay. On all the covers for these, there's always a raven, kind of kicking around, and this one's like right here, and the other one is right on top of the W in shadow. There's actually a little raven there. It was part of the artist in the book, it's like his signature essentially, is to have a raven. So it was just really cool to me that was part of it. It's what attracted me to the book in the first place, and then I just really enjoyed The Black Hope Enigma. So I'm excited to read those two books if I get to them during the read-a-thon. I hope I do, and if I do read that whole stack of books that I have right there, which I think, based on the books that I picked, I may actually be able to do in a week. It'd be kind of awesome. Then I would satisfy the 8th challenge, which is to read at least 7 books during this read-a-thon. So that would be awesome, right? Right. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to have I have 2 read-a-thons back to back, and that's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna read so many books. It's gonna be great. So yeah. So if you're participating, awesome. I'll probably see you on Twitter. So happy reading, and hope to see you next time.